VCISO.au Cyberwatch, July 24, 2025. Strategic Cybersecurity Intelligence Brief, powered by VCISO.au. Stay informed, stay prepared, stay secure. Ensure your cybersecurity program is both proactive and verifiable. By Anil Yellamati, ANZ Ransomware. Victims: none. Clorox sues Cognizant for exposing employee passwords to hackers. Clorox has filed a $380 million lawsuit against IT provider Cognizant over a 2023 cyber breach. The breach occurred after help desk agents reset passwords and MFA tokens for attackers. Hackers posed as employees and gained access without being asked any verification questions. One agent even offered a password after the attacker claimed login issues. The breach was attributed to the Scattered Spider social engineering group. Clorox's operations were severely disrupted, causing shortages and delays. Losses included $49 million in direct costs and hundreds of millions in sales losses. Clorox claims it had provided detailed credential reset protocols to Cognizant. The protocols included managerial verification and confirmation emails. Cognizant allegedly assured Clorox that staff had been trained on these protocols. The lawsuit argues no sophisticated attack occurred, just negligent access control. The case is being heard in Alameda County Superior Court. VCISO.au recommendation: enforce identity verification steps for all password, MFA resets through secure workflows. Help desk staff must receive routine anti-social engineering training. Implement audit logging and approval-based reset procedures to prevent unauthorized access. Critical vulnerability in JavaScript library puts millions at risk. A critical flaw, CVE 2025-7783, in the JavaScript form data library affects countless apps. The bug stems from using math.random to generate multi-part form boundaries. This method produces predictable values that attackers can reverse engineer. Exploiting these values allows HTTP request manipulation and code injection. The vulnerability is traced to a single line in the form data.js file. Predictable PRNG undermines boundary integrity in file upload forms. Attackers can craft malicious requests to compromise backend servers. GitHub advisories urge developers to update and audit their dependencies. Millions of web apps using this library may be silently vulnerable. The flaw is considered a serious supply chain security issue. Projects must replace insecure randomness with cryptographic alternatives. Security experts call this a textbook case of insecure default coding practices. VCISO.au recommendation: replace all uses of math.random in security-sensitive functions with secure alternatives like crypto.getRandomValues. Conduct automated dependency scans and enable software composition analysis, SCA, in CI/CD pipelines. Silicon Valley engineer pleads guilty to espionage. Chengguang Gong, a Silicon Valley engineer, pleaded guilty to stealing classified U.S. data. He illegally transferred over 3,600 defense-related files to personal storage devices. These included sensitive designs for missile detection and infrared sensor systems. Gong participated in Chinese talent programs aimed at tech recruitment. He held dual U.S.-China citizenship and worked for a U.S. defense contractor. Authorities believe he acted to benefit Chinese national interests. His activities spanned 8 years before being discovered. The U.S. government considers this a major national security breach. Prosecutors say the espionage jeopardizes future missile defense strategies. Gong faces up to 10 years in prison under U.S. federal law. Investigations are ongoing to determine any broader network of collaborators. This case highlights insider threats in sensitive tech and defense sectors. VCISO.au recommendation: implement strict data access policies with role-based controls and endpoint monitoring. Flag large data transfers and removable media usage. Insider threat programs should include behavioral analytics, background rescreening, and country risk analysis. U.S. nuclear agency breached via SharePoint vulnerability. The National Nuclear Security Administration was breached using a SharePoint zero-day. Threat actors exploited a recently patched Microsoft vulnerability chain. Only a small number of systems were affected thanks to strong cloud defenses. Microsoft 365 and monitoring tools limited the breach's impact. No classified data was reportedly compromised during the incident. Exploitation began on July 18, 2025, according to the Department of Energy. The agency is now restoring impacted systems and investigating further. APT-29, linked to Russia, had previously breached NNSA via SolarWinds in 2019. There are concerns about the increasing weaponization of cloud-based flaws. System segmentation and prompt patching played a key role in damage control. The vulnerability highlights risks from slow update cycles in federal agencies. More government agencies may have been affected, but have not disclosed publicly. VCISO.au. Recommendation: apply critical patches immediately upon release and prioritize cloud platform vulnerabilities. Use network segmentation, role isolation, and endpoint detection across national security systems. Conduct SharePoint security reviews for all federal and high-risk clients. SysAid vulnerabilities, actively exploited for remote access. SysAid IT software is being actively exploited through serious vulnerabilities. CISA flagged CVE 2025-2775 and CVE 2025-2776 as critical XXE flaws. These bugs allow attackers to read server files and gain admin access. Exploitation can lead to server-side request forgery, SSRF, and remote code execution. A related flaw, CVE 2025-2777, was also disclosed and patched in March 2025. These vulnerabilities allow attackers to inject malicious XML entities. SysAid has since released an on-premise patch, Build 16 of version 24.460. CISA mandates all federal agencies to apply patches by August 12, 2025. Watchtower Labs researchers discovered the flaws earlier this year. Threat actor identities and motives are still unknown at this time. The flaws are dangerous when combined with prior command injection bugs. Organizations running SysAid must patch and harden systems immediately. VCISO.au recommendation: disable external XML entity processing by default in all applications. Enforce WAF policies to filter malicious requests. Implement automated patch deployment processes and vulnerability scanning on all ITSM or support software tools. Cyber attack hits Germany's Amios hospital network. Germany's Amios hospital network suffered a sophisticated cyber attack. Attackers gained unauthorized access to core systems despite layered defenses. Sensitive patient health data, employee records, and partner information were exposed. Intrusion detection systems and MFA failed to prevent lateral movement. The breach likely involved zero-day exploits or supply chain backdoors. Though brief, the attack raises concerns about data misuse and fraud. Stolen data could enable phishing, identity theft, and deepfake scams. Legacy systems were highlighted as critical points of failure. Amios stated that while access was short-lived, risks remain high. Cybercriminals may monetize access via RAS or sell stolen records online. The healthcare sector remains vulnerable due to outdated infrastructure. Full recovery will require long-term monitoring and patient identity protection. VCISO.au recommendation: migrate from legacy systems and apply microsegmentation across healthcare networks. Prioritize EDR deployment and lateral movement detection. Run APT simulation exercises and enforce continuous patching of medical and third-party systems. Ransomware exposure list: last 24 hours, United States. Palm Bay International, importer, distributor of wines and spirits. Sanderling Healthcare, healthcare facilities developer. K Logistics, transportation and logistics. D.A. Whitaker Construction, construction services. Eagle Online, technology provider. El Salvador. Del Campo, agricultural greenhouse produce company. Final note from VCISO.au: Australia and New Zealand remain relatively untouched this week, but the global threat landscape continues to shift. Critical infrastructure, software supply chains, and endpoint security are under siege. Ensure your cybersecurity program is both proactive and verifiable. By Anil Yellamati.